What is going on, guys? Welcome to episode 13 of my Tottenham Football Manager 2018 Let's Play series. Make sure you do leave a thumbs up on this series if you want to be continuing to see it. We're getting towards the end of the first season. Things are looking pretty good. We've got two different semi-finals in this episode. We've got FA Cup semi-final, and then obviously we have the two legs. So another 3 games. Let me know if you like that. Bit of a longer episode. So hopefully we'll be able to... There will be a big one. This is a huge one against Chelsea. You would say it's bigger than the FA Cup semi-final. I guess there's more expectations on us to win that against Leicester. Chelsea will be harder. But yeah, wow. That is going to be big. Champions League semi-final. But if we take a look at the league, there's nothing too surprising apart from us in a great position. We're going to win the league from here. But Everton, Southampton, you could almost say the same about them getting relegated. They need to win their next game, that is for sure, to still be a chance. But then they're relying on other results. They put themselves in bad positions, and they probably will end up getting relegated. But Harry Kane did hit his 50 goals. He has been, absolutely amazing. You take a look at his transfer interest as well. Both Manchester clubs want to poach him, so there's going to be a big story, I suppose. If there's going to be offers, will there be negotiations as we get into the second season? Who knows? We have to find out. But the last 2 games I just played, Bournemouth, Kane scored, of course, Di Maria. Di Maria is actually 1 goal away, so you might want to take note. Obviously, you'll see our transfer budget, but that will probably go down because Di Maria, it's like 15, 16 million when he scored. What's his clause again? How much goals was it specifically? Well, yeah, you can see there will be due 16 million after his next league goal. Will be due 5 million if Tottenham... I didn't really expect to win the Champions League in the first season, to be honest. So they're still being paid because we got him on pretty cheap up front. Cheap, it's still expensive, but 35 million. And then, obviously, with the clauses, if we remember back, he's almost valued 60 mil there. So, yeah, it was big money for him. But I suppose I wanted to show you that as well so you can see the money we have to be paid for him. But, guys, we will get into this game against Leicester. But see, even there, Chelsea losing against Crystal Palace. Good result for Crystal Palace. That you think will make them feel safe to be staying up. But, yeah, Harry Kane, 30 goals in the league. That is impressive. He's cleared from everyone. And he should be named the best player of the season. So many awards. He's too good. But of course, because we got Chelsea coming up, Champions League is going to be so big. I believe we can beat Leicester City. You could say with a weaker side. It'll be a mix of both, of course. We've got to be careful because I feel like we have to start Harry Kane, get a goal. I feel if we get a lead, we'll sub him off. And then we'll bring on Llorente. But yeah... we gotta be careful. This is still a big game, so that's why it's hard. You can have a very good season, but later in the season you got these FA Cup games, you got Champions League, and then luckily we've got in a good position to win the league. But yeah, let's just get into it now. But we're gonna change to the counter. I did the attack for the last game. It was an easier one, most definitely, against Burnley. This is going to be a more tricky one, so we'll go on counter, which we mostly play on anyway, and we'll get into the match. You can see they are heading in with a defensive formation, 4-1-4-1, with a defensive midfielder. I think there could be a chance that we will have to revert to our attacking formation if we don't score early, because they're probably more looking to be on the counter as well, so we might end up countering each other with that. So you deserve to be in the final. I expect you to make it happen. We're playing at home, so I think we can do this one for the fans. And only one player gained confidence. That was Son, which is good, of course. We're just going to go passionately. You may have noticed I got a recent update. The recent Football Manager update you would have got by default. So there's a few just different options. So you can choose by defense, midfield, or attack there. That's just named different. But anyway, we'll see if there's any other little changes. I didn't really look at a specific list. But yeah, we'll see how we go. If there's anything else like that. Little tweaks. But hopefully it doesn't affect our tactics. It probably won't. Because I feel this suits our style and everything like that. I wouldn't expect major change. I hope not anyway. So even if I get a bad result, I'm not going to use that as an excuse. I don't really buy into that. People with tactics, say they can go bad when you download an update. It's not really, like, I've never personally noticed a tactic for that reason that suddenly gets worse. Like, I've never used that as, like, an excuse. Like, seriously. Like, maybe as a joke. Like, it's the new update. But, yeah, like I was thinking. We'll see what happens here, though. But I think we can sneak a goal with this highlight. We'll just have to see. Son, he's got confidence today. Now, Harry Winks, he's got the best passing completion in the team. Now, Kane, Lamela, we can score here. So I love this patient passing. We go out wide to Rose now, get a dangerous cross in. Son, look at this. Harry Winks. He could come into the first season, first team, I should say, sorry. First team next season. That's what I was just thinking in my head. But then we've got these other players. Like, I think we're playing him a decent amount, but he's like doing his best with his opportunities, that is for sure. And even that skip there, it's a bit different. The box looks a bit more rectangular, but so you can see a few changes. I don't mind that. It just freshens it up. It doesn't actually change too much, just if it's more freshening up the look a little bit, that's okay. But yeah, Harry Winks, like only 22, recently turned 22 in Feb. But yeah, he's got 91% passing completion. Like, obviously, passing, one of his better attributes. So he's going to be good in terms of that always. And he's only going to keep improving his game. He's a great player. He, like, in terms of his career, if it was like real life, he would probably step up to be a more regular first team player in the next season. But obviously, we need to maintain our squad a bit stronger. But anyway, again, I even noticed there's a bit more space there. I'm not sure if I exactly like the look of that. But anyway, we'll say assertively. I'm pleased. Ooh, guard against complacency, though. Yeah, this seems there's a bit more of a gap. So I'm not sure if I like that exactly. So you can talk to defense. I know. It almost makes you forget how it was before. But it looks a bit different. But anyway, yeah, I can definitely notice more of a space then. I don't think you can't like drag it to make more space in this part anyway. But the game is far from over, of course. Leicester could score to get back right in the game. And now it's Mahrez. Ooh. That's lucky. I was going to point something out, but we defended it. So it's all good. So there's a highlight almost immediately after that one. Let's see if we are going to get the ball back, if we're going to counter. Or are they going to score? It's Gray. It's Gray. And that was great. What a finish there. Well, it was more of a simple finish. More the great work was by Gray with his pace. And to be fair, they deserved that goal. Honestly, that was really, really well done. I suppose they have a lot of chances like that. They build up, but it was just that great ball as well. But then Gray, he had a lot of space. The touch was great. Great. Come on. Yeah, like, I'm not a fan of Trippier, honestly. I was playing him so I can rest Aurier for the next game against Chelsea. Come on. And I wanted a lead. Well, we had a lead, but not enough convincingly. Like, I'm playing Kane until... that's the problem now. Maybe at least until we score one more, but we're going to have to take off Dembele here. We'll bring on Asensio, even though he's 90%. I wanted to play him at some point because I did know we obviously can't use him in the Champions League. So we will just use him as, yeah, support there, advanced playmaker, more a better role for him. And really at this point, Lamela to come off, and we're going to bring on Di Maria. And team talk here, say passionately, looking for you to make the difference, both looking happy. Hopefully they show that and get a winner for us. Okay, it's Eriksen. Sets it up for Winks. Kane scores! It was a good, very good idea to keep him on. Because... yeah, Llorente, when we played him this season, which is not too regularly to be fair, but there was a bit of a lucky one, of course, as well, with the deflection. But yeah, we'll take the lead. But now, it's a big decision. Oh, I want to check out what's Harry Kane. See, his natural fitness is 16 and stamina is 16, so he should recover pretty well. If we take a look at Christian Eriksen, his natural fitness is 15 and stamina, so very close. But just because Christian Eriksen is 71%, and who have to play the next one? Asensio can't play, so we will look to just bring on Not even Dali Ali, because he's only 87. I'd rather bring on Eric Dyer than drop a defensive midfield in there. And he could be an anchor man. That's perfect. He's probably better than we play him in that position like a ball-winning midfielder. And see, like with this tactic on counter, it's perfect because we can play away to score a goal. And then also, it's the same in terms of keeping possession. If we go to the tactics, so we still play that shorter passing, play out of defense. I just thought that when I created this tactic, thought that up, we could have a perfect mix of still being like sitting back, but then our style when we've got the ball building up. And I think that's shown throughout the season and the success we look like we're going to have. And did he? Oh, yes, he did. And he just got sent off for Leicester City in a crucial point in the game. So, yeah, it looks like we're just going to hold on right now. We don't really need to do much more. Yeah, just 4 minutes of added time, and we should be holding on for this victory. And I'm glad we did do that and able to rest certain players. Not all of them that I would have wanted to, but hey, this is still a must-win for us. Going big for the treble would be amazing in the first season with Tottenham to win the Premier League for one. They haven't won for so long, and Champions League, which they've never won. So, yeah, that would be big. And obviously, FA Cup, yeah, to round off that hat-trick, that treble would be ideal. But I was very impressed by Gray. His goal was very nice. He's only 21 still, so I'm gonna, he's already on my shortlist. So if we take a look just at his report, he's extremely interested. Obviously, would cost a hefty amount, but yeah, he's always an option as an English winger. As we go passionately, we're in the final. Congratulations. The lads deserve it. Did it for the fans too. But there you have it. Both Harrys got it done. Harry Winks, we already talked on him. Both lads that really have had a similar season in terms of their importance. And especially for Harry Winks, more than I expected. He's done a very nice, you could say, underrated role. So there we defeat 10-man Leicester City. That makes it sound like it was easy for us because they had a red card. But yeah, we already took the lead. Received 900k. And you see, he was the key player in that game. See, look at his 139 passes completed, 94%. So I was thinking, oh, he might have a higher passing completion because he hadn't played as many games as other players, so less of a chance to. But no, he still played a decent amount. Like, he's had a decent amount of game time and a full game there from 139 passes completed. It's 94%. That's good. That's real good. Uh-oh. Manchester City. Oh, they're going to go for Kane. That is going to be, like, I think that's something that's going to make you guys interesting. When I make that first episode of the second season, you're going to be wondering, did Harry Kane leave or not? That will be huge. Because imagine, like, a deal could be worth 70. I don't think so. If I was going for a player that's worth 67 million, it's going to be much more than 73 million. Not just 6 million above his value. No way. For example, Sergio Aguero, he's a little bit older, which should even be less. Like, he should be cheaper, technically, even though he is 2 million more, but they're generally around the same value. I suppose maybe wage taken into account a little bit, but if we make an offer, for example, we'll just go to reports. Okay, there's not. We'll just put an offer in just for the sake of it and say we'll put 75 million, suggest terms. It's unacceptable. So it would have to be a lot more. They didn't even want to negotiate back. So yeah, I'd be on the same expectations with Harry. But he needs an improved deal, apparently. But of course, yeah, we'll finalise the promises. We'll give him what he wants, of course. And we've got the money, hey. To use some of it to sign up Harry... I say sign up Harry Kane on a more secure contract. Well, he's still got a contract till 2022. But to be fair, he's got that estimated wage demands, 140k in between 175k. Because you got to imagine what he'd be on at Manchester City if he were to leave. So I'm just going to do just below the minimum for now at least and see what he comes back with. And contract length, it adds, what, an extra year. But these loyalty bonus, they're huge. Like, I'm very skeptical about making them high. I'm actually going to have to put that up to the minimum, to be honest. Wait, if I put that lower, okay, the demands increase. Yeah, that's interesting. Anyway, I think we might roll with his minimum. With the minimum, or yeah, the estimated wage demands. I'm not sure that he said that's the minimum. They don't really say. It's a guess. But let's just suggest those terms and see what happens. Yeah, I'm glad it wasn't just rejected right away, and we can work from it from this point. Oh, I've tried to negotiate it for a little bit there. It's hard to add a lot of bonuses, like Team of the Year. He's going to get all these things because he's a superstar. So, man, it's tough with even the agent fees. The agent has been non-negotiable. Like, before Harry Kane, what he'll get. That's interesting. 165. I don't want his goal bonus too high because he smashes them in. Okay, there we go. It shows you, like, yeah, that's like big money, big contracts. But as you saw how that played out, it was kind of you needed to, and we've got the money there to splash. So I'd rather do that. So hopefully that scares City off a little bit more, or even so they'd have to pay a bigger amount. Like I said, I'm not going to accept 4 or 5 million above his value. It's going to have to be close to 100 million, like a record offer. And based off what how much the user would have to spend, like, to buy these big players, I want to take a look at some comparisons. Obviously, different kind of player. Say we go Nangolan from Roma. Let's just see the report. Like, he's 88, he'll be a star player. He'll be great to sign. But estimated cost. See, he's 33.5 million. And take a look at his estimated cost. Who's older? Harry Kane could even slightly improve as a player because he was 24. That 84 million to 118 million. That's what Harry Kane should be at least 100 million if this was realistic. But I'd rather keep him. Like, off this form, he's the most valuable player in the world. You could say more than Ronaldo and Messi because of his age. More years left in him at his best. And has proved that in the best league in the world. No, I shouldn't have said that. That is going to hit some people and trigger them. It's true, to be honest. But is this serious, though? Lack of appearances. Nothing to convince him. Okay, maybe he hasn't played every single game, but he's done nothing to convince him at all? If I was the manager, I'd choose him. Most definitely. Almost to be starting as one of the centre mids. Also, I was suggested to negotiate my existing affiliations with Kashima Antlers and Sydney FC, but also maybe in South Africa as well. But yeah, the Kashima Antlers and Sydney were ones that I set up myself. Supersport United were already a deal with Tottenham. So we'll just try here, because I'm not sure with Sydney FC because we just got that one. So we'll see how we go. Negotiate existing affiliation. And yeah, it was this option. I have a decent setup, so I think it will be useful to use them to help us recruit foreign youngsters. It will be beneficial. It will benefit both teams and give us greater reach there. So we'll select that. We don't believe... Okay, they don't agree. Maybe we'll be left behind in the transfer market? Hey, they do agree with her. I wasn't sure with how they said that. But my wish is granted. And I might as well just try that with Sydney FC as well. And hey, yeah, they agree. Because obviously, yeah, Australia's better. Sorry. Hey, Australia, like, right away. It will be good to get a stronger foothold in Australia. And with working with Sydney FC, makes sense. So we'll look into making the required changes imminently. And so, can we do it with Supersport United as well? Oh, see, you can't. You can't add them because they're a different kind of partnership, I suppose. Yeah, they could send junior players to gain experience. So it's a different kind of agreement. It does really extend the agreement we have with these two teams, not just for the merchandising profit for us and reaching new supporters, but now potential foreign youth players. And some talent as well. Well, in the game, hopefully, could get some decent young Australian players, but then also from Japan as well. So important game here. Well, oh, yeah, I want to see what happens with Southampton. Will they beat Swansea? Do they want... They could still end up not staying in the Premier League even if they win it. But they deserve to get relegated. Wilfred Boney just killed them. They started well. They couldn't handle the pressure. And then Huddersfield, what could they do against Manchester United? We're going to see the results. And Man United couldn't beat them. Finished 0-0. That secures our position in terms of winning the league, which is good. And here we go. We're going to play Stoke in the final. Again, like we really should be winning that. We win the Premier League. Thanks to Manchester United for finalising that. The pivotal match was a 6-0 against West Ham. Of course, Harry Kane would be the key player. Yeah, he was absolutely amazing this season. And obviously, bonuses pay. Not too many, a few. And I'm one of the top... It's always easy. It's so easy to become a top Australian. You have like one good season, like you win, and you go to the top right away. I guess winning the Premier League, and it outdoes any other manager what they've done. So, yeah, that was pretty easy, to be honest. Hey, Jermaine Defoe. And the board's happy with the Premier League win as well. Take a look at this. The Tottenham Hotspur board happy with the Premier League win. They've declared that they are pleased to have finally won the competition after so many barren years, with their last success coming in 1961. That is crazy. What a time between drinks there. Wow. And looking just their hit, that's 2 times. 51 and 61. And yeah, guys, like I said, sometimes when I do a save with a big team, but Tottenham is a different big team because they haven't had that same success. The only like European competition, they won Europa League twice and European Cup Winners' Cup. Funnily enough, they would have ended up beating the winner. But yeah, that's it. And even last FA Cup in 91, so we could go ahead and do that. It's been still a decent amount, not the same length as the Premier League, but still, they actually had some good success in the 60s. They won 3. In that decade, but yeah, that was a long time ago still. I don't know what I was going to say. Anyway, what I was going to say is it's been a long time since any success, and I want to. It's not going to be one of these big team saves where I'm going to get bored. I want to like create a legacy because they've never won that. We haven't. I'm not saying I'm going to win the Champions League because it's going to be a tough game, even this one against Chelsea, but. This is where a legacy. I'm going to create a legacy for Tottenham. This is a great feeling because it's still it's not so regular. You can do that in Football Manager because normally bigger teams like Man United, Chelsea, Manchester City, they've all have got history. Obviously, some more recent than others. Looking at Manchester City, but yeah, you know what I mean. I just have a chance to be that manager that will bring consistent success, trophies, and no more jokes looking for likes and retweets on Twitter about Tottenham, how they don't have any, don't have many like, titles and cups. They're changing that here, mate. And this is amazing to see. See, what a season, Premier League champions, hashtag Spurs. The league table doesn't lie. Tottenham Hotspur have been so consistent and deserve their success. And look at this from Nabay. He's like, buzzing champions. Yeah, get in, lad. Let's make sure we build on this now. That's exactly, I agree with you, Kyle, mate. We got to exactly do that. We have to build. We can't be just happy with this. We enjoy the success, but we have much more going on. And Dele Alli, he's just like, hey, yeah, mate, we won the league. I deserve a new contract. I'll ask Harry Kane to resolve it, because that genuinely works. Okay, maybe not with Dele Alli. But because he's got a contract to 2022, if we go back to discuss his contract now, when you got plenty, like he's got plenty of time remaining on his contract, and he understands it. He understands it. Like if it was a couple years, maybe yeah, we would be more willing to. Well, that's just like an easy option. So this has kind of been like a huge episode already, and the biggest games are yet to be played. The semi-final, both legs. So this, yeah, strap in for a big one. Ooh, this is so interesting. Apparently I've been praised by Antonio Conte. I don't know if that's genuine or a bit of mind games. I'm just going to say I'd rather focus on the match than what has been said, if I'm honest. That's the best way to go about it. And in the same boat, Everton. Newcastle beat them. So it looks like, yeah, Everton, Southampton will be getting relegated. That is huge. They're not teams you see as getting relegated. But here we are. We get into the first leg of the semi-final Champions League. And by the end of this, if we don't end up getting into the Champions League final, that is not a bad thing. We've already exceeded expectations. Again, if we go home, the board, yeah, they're completely happy. The board feel like you've done an unbelievable job. So already by winning the Premier League has done that. And I've already overachieved in the Champions League anyway. But I'm not saying that just in case. Like, hey, if we don't do it, it's not going to be disappointing. It just shows, yeah, where we can push on for that. So switch up the team a little bit, made some changes. But yeah, we're ready. We're on form. Look at the perfect morale. So although those ones, there's only a couple. There's Di Maria and Hugo Lloris, who's not on perfect, but still superb. It's either superb or perfect. Either one is pretty good to me. So yeah, the lads are ready for this one. We are ready. We are ready to get it done against Chelsea. Let's get a good lead. And I'd prefer not to concede an away goal. But it's a bit of a stretch saying away. In comparison to other away games there's been in the Champions League. And you know, they roll with that 5-2-3 with the wing backs. And it's a strong lineup. There's no real weaknesses, I'd say. So we'll get into the dressing room. Team talk. No passion. Wait, if we go assertive, Chelsea have won 4 of the last 5 games. They've formed to best. We can deny them here. That sounds good. Okay. See, I still think they added, like, defense. Why can't they do select all instead of me just having, like, the press shift and alt? They could have added that, I think. A button to select all, but I have faith in you. That's pretty good. Pretty good reactions. And it's Derby Day. That's what I mean. It's Derby Day as well. This is so huge. Yeah, let's put on a show. Let's put on a show. Whew. There's always nerves. Do you ever feel like that? Maybe it's me because I'm making the videos as well. There's just an extra importance to the fixture. It's real huge. And I suppose the expectations after coming off, like, confirming the Premier League title. And here's Chelsea. Come on. Good defending. I thought maybe we could have conceded there, but it was well worked. Harry Kane, he was against 2 and he still won it. Now here's Dele Alli. He wants a new contract, so yeah, he wants to perform. Harry Kane! I thought that was gonna go in. We've started pretty well. That was a decent chance to have them worrying. With that chance. But of course, Courtois is not going to be easy to beat. But we've got the better of possession here. We just have to be utilizing that. Oh, it's a corner. We don't want to be conceding from a corner. Good save, Hugo. Good save. They could easily score there. Like, both teams had some chances, but a lot of them haven't been good. And yeah, for us, 2 shots on target out of 10 in total. Maybe credit to Chelsea, their defensive setup, and not letting us have good chances. I think we'll make this change for sure. Ben David, ease off tackles. Don't want him getting a red and being sent off. So let's say, I can't be too critical. I can't say I'm far from pleased. I'm going to say it's time for everyone to dig in and give everything you've got left tonight. We deserve to win this match. Let's go and do it. Come on. Come on. We got this. And I feel like I haven't got this pumped up for a while. I guess it's down to the situation in games as well. This has to be it. Come on. Dele Alli. Oh. Fabregas. Uh-oh. Francesc, what have you done? Ooh. I think we're going to go attacking now. We'll go to our attacking formation. And we'll just leave positions as is. That's fine. All our 4 attacking players in their most natural roles and positions, obviously. So, whew, this is big. I feel like we can go more direct, though. Yeah, we up the tempo a bit. Go direct passing. I feel like takeoff be more this way. Yeah, we're going to change things up a little bit here. And we'll go defensive line. We'll make it a bit... We'll will sit slightly higher and even utilize offside trap. Yeah, different change up. I've done this a few times, and yeah, take play out of defense off because we're just looking to be more direct at this point, and even go route one, like play like we're trying to win the game because we've got that extra man right now. So hopefully these, I'll call it an instinctive change, and yeah, let's do it. And this is like a spur of the moment, not ooh, how did Courtois get a yellow card? I want to see the reasoning behind that, but ooh, very interesting. Let's see, and come on, like a shout as well. Come on, I want to pause and demand more. Come on. This is good for us though, because they're making a change though. They put defensive midfielder. They're obviously gone defensive, and we're trying to go for it as well. I think we might have to take off a central mid maybe. See, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take off Eric Dyer, who's like that more. He's not a bad player, Eric Dyer, but we're going to look to bring on Moussa Dembele. Like, Harry Winks may be a bit of inexperience for this kind of game. But then if we put Dele Alli, he can play attacking midfield. You might try him as shadow striker, considering he's natural there. And then Dembele, we'll try him deep lying playmaker and support. Oof. Come on, guys. Come on. Don't forget, we've got an extra man. And this one, Alderweireld is not playing in his best role. Put him, yeah, ball-playing defender. And I feel like Ben Davis to come off, and then Danny Rose. And then he can, yeah, both fullbacks on attack. It's like, come on. And then Son, though, like to allow that, put him inside forward and get him on attack as well. I'm just trying to, yeah, try and get this going. And let's see if this does it. Like, we're going so hard just to win 1-0. But hey, could be useful. Especially if they don't get an away goal. Son, Dele Alli. Oh, so close. Come on, guys. I'm not sure 0-0. Would that be slightly to Chelsea's advantage? I don't even know, honestly. Because if they don't have an away goal. Come on. Oh. See, they're probably just sitting back 100% now with that red card. They just got one man up front, essentially. It depends how much they rush. Pedro... Or could... No. See, we had a few defenders around him for pressure, but it looks like we've gone for it, but we just haven't exactly got that finishing touch. A late goal in injury time for either team would be huge. Oh, they're in space. And oh, I was so nervous there to concede. But we've gone like so, like all out, all guns blazing, everything in my control, and we've got an extra man to boot, and... we still haven't been able to get on the score sheet. Okay, the highlight is still alive. There's still a chance to get that lead, which I feel is going to be so important. Wait until the next game. But, Di Maria, set it up! Go on, son! And that suits his name, because his name is Son. Oh, my God, that is perfect. Go on, son. Go on. But the pass by Kane... he's done that this season. Key passes. Di Maria. Don't you hate it when... I'm glad I've been able to set up my team like that, Di Maria. When you got to play that passing style. And even if we've gone more direct. You hate it when that winger's coming in there and he takes a shot instead of playing it across. Yes. And waste that chance. Man, like... we have another game to play. And that was so intense. But yeah, that was terrible by... Cesc Fabregas really lets down his team. But yeah, Di Maria, that's why we spent the money of him. Like, yeah, on him, he was so amazing. What a game. So yeah, passionately, just gonna say, nice victory. I feel like I want to say something a bit more. Like, assertive is there. There's not much extra to praise them a lot more, you know. But I guess, because it's just one leg, we're in a good position. You could say we've got one leg in the final. Far, man. My puns are on point in this episode. And that is for sure. Di Maria did shine with that composure. To get that assist. It's worth all the money. So yeah, Di Maria shining. And Barcelona, Man City. Whew. Like, either team's going to be so hard to beat. But let's see who gets the result in their first leg. Ooh, a lot of late goals, but especially to Barcelona. Manchester City still got an away goal, to be fair, themselves. But yeah, after that, ooh, they would have been mad. Just, and how about that, though? Like, with Pep against Barca. Just... It's just a crazy situation. But then, yeah, Paco Alcacer, he scored 2 important goals. Man City, Barcelona. It's going to be tough. Like, I feel Man City's beatable for us. We did get the victory over them 3-1 at home. Then earlier in the season, 0-0. So, and Barcelona, our experience against them this season was also interesting because they were in our group stage. But hey, let's just see. I'm just intrigued. Oh, it took it to extra time and Manchester City got it done? Oh, that was just... It took to Aguero. Oh, wow. Yeah, that was intense. That would be like a game to be at. Could have... Well, it is. It's confirmed that the final will be 2 Premier League clubs. That is for sure. English dominance. So that little comment I mentioned earlier about the best league. There you go. So here we go. I think we would have to be favourites to advance, honestly. I think we're in the better form as well than Chelsea. The morale of our players and the little advantage I think we would have. We haven't conceded a away goal, so we score in this game, yeah, instantly. Well, obviously, we haven't done so yet, but yeah, it would instantly give us an extra added advantage. Always been a big decision this season to start. Would it be Ben Davis, Danny Rose, as they've both been pretty consistent. But if you take a look, Ben Davis has actually been really, really good in the Champions League. Danny Rose, he's been good as well, but I feel like that's where Ben Davis has played his best football this season. Yeah, he started 8 and 7.46 rating. That is real, real good. So we'll go in with this lineup. No real changes needed, to be honest. The team talk, passionately, or... If we go assertive, we cannot allow complacency to undo all the good work we've done in the first leg. That is true, though, so they'll stay focused. I already told you this season, my team responds to that pretty well. I'll say I enjoy these matches a lot. The players don't need any extra motivation. They demand high standard of football. I think we've got what it takes to win. Here we go. Big match. Could it be one where Chelsea come out 100% they're just on, and they could change around the way this match is going to play out, really. Because right now, if it turns into that game that it seems like so far, first 20 minutes, not many chances, that's playing right into our hands. But Aurier getting injured, that's not playing into our hands. That is for sure. Oh, that's going to be a red. Ooh, Chelsea. You've put yourself in a disadvantage in both legs. I'm not going to feel sorry for you. Oh, wow. And they're straight reds as well, both times. What? I don't even know. And we're going to... Oh, Son. You should have done it again, mate. But hey, we're still in a great position. Sure, but I'd like to, yeah, score that away goal. And at this point, we really have to leave Aurier on. I don't have right back on the bench. Trippier. And honestly, I think Aurier with a bit of a knock is better to play than Trippier, to be honest. And... oh, come on. They're a man down, but don't let your performance levels drop. Okay, that keeps them very focused. Good to see. Okay, they've got to throw. I'm still... oh, there's going to be some extra. There's going to be... ooh. Good catch. Good catch, Hugo. But I feel surely this game just won't end 0-0. I think I'm going to take off Son here. It's a bit later in the game. We haven't made a change, but Son not doing too much. We're going to bring on Lamela, then we'll switch wings. Lamela will drop back on support for him, actually, and Di Maria, yeah, do the same. Because, hey, at this point, it's good enough. And I don't think, yeah, we need to be so desperate. Or maybe we'll make that change. And then we might be looking at Dele Alli to come off, and we'll bring on Dembele. So we go with those changes, but we should be holding on here. A Chelsea goal would change it though. They go close. Come on, could we just counter? Come on, we probably will hold on, but It hasn't been one of the most... Oh, don't score here. They go close. So a couple of close chances from the corner, but yeah, this is a bit of a... This was a bit of a weird... But both legs, it was hard for us to score against Chelsea. That was for sure. But you know they play that defensive style. Even when they go a man down. Oh, man. Tough. But, hey, we can't be too disappointed about that. We did well defensively. Because at the same time, like I say, it was hard for us to concede against... hard for us to score against Chelsea. But we didn't concede a goal in both legs. So, you got to say that for us as well. So, we'll say passionately here, congratulations, lads. You've all dreamt of playing in the final, and now you're going to be doing it. I'm delighted for you all. Hopefully, we can go the whole way. But because this game was less intense than the first one, yeah. Maybe that's the thing. The first one was pretty intense. But, yeah. Because in that first leg, I was searching for it a bit more. We went more attacking just to get one goal. So there we go. Serge Aurier, it's just one, yeah, it was 1 to 3 days. I was like, surely it was just a bruising, essentially. But guys, this is how it is going to play out. We'll play next 2 Premier League games off camera as, yeah, we've got the Premier League win sealed, which is all good. Had a very strong Premier League season, but then so we can focus on the 2 big cup games. Because, you know, this episode we had 3 games and, yeah, so much probably end up being big. See how I edit it down, but... yeah, wow. It's gonna be huge. Champions League final. I don't know why it's still unknown. It's gonna be against Manchester City. So yeah, we'll leave it there. Manchester City beat Barcelona. We beat Chelsea. Tottenham v Manchester City for Champions League final. And then, of course, we've got FA Cup final against Stoke. So, yeah, that's big. You can see our standings. Obviously, I'll show you them by the end of the season. We should go on to win the next 2 Premier League ones off our recent form. But hopefully you did enjoy this episode. Drop a thumbs up, and I'll see you guys next time.